Hamilton Sparta was awarded the OSA Club Excellence Gold Certification in recognition of its commitment to excellence in all of its endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, John Valvasori, President, will accept the award on behalf of the club. Please welcome John to the stage. John.
I'm John Valvasori, Hamilton Sparta Soccer Club, and I'm here tonight to accept the Meritorious Service Award from the OSA's Inner Circle. Primarily a man named Dennis Zimmer, who was from Prague, and he supported Sparta Prague, and he decided to start a club, and he loved his homeland, hence the name Sparta. Many people now think Sparta is, the Greek Sparta, but really has nothing to do with them. We're not the Spartans. He gathered a few very influential people, soccer people, around him. People like Bob McGee, who's well known at the OSA, who passed away 2 years ago, but who was the secretary of the club for the next 30 years. John Bremner, another old-time Hamiltonian. And they ran primarily men's teams for the first 10 or 15 years, and that was their passion. And then they started to delve into youth programs, only rep teams, and that's all we've ever had is rep teams in Sparta, because the community is well served by house league programs. And it's grown, and it's grown. For a while we were the only game in town when it came to fielding rep teams. Obviously all the other clubs eventually got on board as they grew. But we continued to focus on that because that's where our expertise is. And then in about the last 10 years, we got into mini soccer, which was foreign to so many of us in the executive at the time. But that's been the biggest growth component in our club. We've doubled our enrollment as a club over the last 5 years, when a lot of clubs are starting to go down. And it's because we bring that quality experience to a grassroots program. Oh, I have a lot of them. My first Ontario Cup win as a coach, my second Ontario Cup win as a coach, those were fond memories. But the fondest were the early days when I was first being exposed to what soccer was all about with the older generation, as we sat in the clubhouse after an executive meeting or coaches meeting, and they would open up a beer and tell the stories and tell the history, and it was amazing. You were enraptured by what they had to talk about, the stories, and you could see their passion, which just grew in me. When I became an executive member about 20 years ago, it was for the short term, but their memory, their tradition, their grasp of what's important in soccer just has kept me going for the last 20 years, and I can't leave it. In our club, it's come and try it. Most of our volunteers are our coaches. So what we've been doing lately, when we see good prospects, sometimes they come to us, sometimes we go to them and nudge them a little bit. We'll bring them out to our academy programs, where the 6 to 11-year-olds are playing one night a week during the winter, indoors, or in the summer outdoors. They just come out and watch. Just come out and help in one of the sessions. We'll give you the plan. Just run a couple of drills. After 2 or 3 sessions, they're sold. They want teams. They want to get certified. And what we're seeing now a lot of in our club, which is really gratifying, is the fact that so many players who have gone through the system, who are now having kids, want to coach their kids, and they have the expertise in soccer to do it. Not just because they played for Sparta, but because they graduated from Sparta and went on and played university ball or whatever. Many of them are teachers, so they have those teaching skills, and it's coming back. So where a lot of clubs are struggling to find these volunteers and hope mom and dad will come and do it just for a year in house league, we've been fortunate because we're getting cream of the crop. We're getting people who had illustrious careers working with 6 and 7-year-olds, which is good to see.